All right, so I had a conversation with at a consultation this weekend, and it was a great interactive consultation. And here's what the question was asked to me, and it made me think. Of all the people that we've had at Phenom Fit who have lost weight and kept it off, they asked, what do they all have in common? And I think this is a very, very, very important video because everybody who starts their health or weight loss journey, they think there's some trick, or they think there's some magic, or they think they're gonna break the code of something different. And you hear people that do that, they say things like, well, this is how I lose weight. Well, I cut carbs, or well, we all do the same way. The mechanism is the same, all right? So when they ask me, what are the 5 things that everybody who loses weight and keeps it off does? Here are the 5 things, okay? 1, they're consistent, all right? What's consistency mean? Consistency means that out of a month, they're hitting their daily process goals 28 times, okay? Here's what is also another characteristic of being consistent. They bounce back from bad days, okay? I hate the word bad days because some days are just different than others, but they bounce back. They don't do 2 days in a row. So part of being consistent, 1, is hitting a number of days on your process goals out of 30. That's honest, okay? Most people who say, well, I'm pretty consistent, then they start looking at consistency. They're consistent like 15 out of 30 days, and that ain't gonna cut it. It's our job to tell them it ain't gonna cut it, right? It's part of accountability that's here too. But they're consistent all the time. They bounce back from bad days and they keep moving on, okay? So number 1, they're consistent. All right, number 2, they're patient. They understand that this is not a 30-day thing. I tell people it's usually gonna be about 6 months to a year for you to build the habits, get it off, sustain it over time, okay? Number 3, they're accountable, okay? What's that mean? If they're clients of ours, that means they let us help keep them accountable to their actions because it's our job to help them reach their goals, okay? They need to be held accountable. Listen, and this is me speaking too. If I'm not held accountable for the things that I'm doing, I get in trouble. I wander off the path. So accountability is a big part. You have to be willing to be accountable. You have to be able to handle truth. You have to be able to handle an honest perspective of whether or not you're doing what needs to be done to reach your goals. And sometimes that's painful. But people who are success are accountable, okay? Number 4, they have support, okay? They have people who want them to do better. Sometimes that's us as the coach. Sometimes it's their spouse. Sometimes it's the people that's doing it with them. Sometimes it's the people at the gym. But they have support. When they need help, they have people they can go to. They know people have empathy with them that are going through the exact same thing. That's why you see things like CrossFit so popular, right? That's what we try to do in our Facebook group. They have support. They're not doing this alone. One of my favorite quotes is, the highest aim requires communal endeavor, and you better have support, okay? Number 5, sustainability. They build sustainability. 80% of people who use diet alone to lose weight, they gain it all back, okay? Why? Because they don't build sustainability. It's not something they can't do it forever. And you see it with all these weight loss programs, man. You see it all the time. They want you to drink this drink, drink that drink. You can't eat this food, you can't eat that food. You got to take all these supplements. You got to do all, man, that's not sustainability, right? Maybe they build some accountability in there, but they don't build anything sustainable. They don't teach you how to eat. They don't teach you how to live. They don't teach you how to do it when you're away for the weekend. They just say, hey, drink my shake, or drink my fiber drink, or take all my supplements, or don't eat this, don't eat that. Man, they demonize food, and that's not going to work, okay? But they build sustainability. So to recap, here's what they all do, okay? They're consistent, they're patient, they're accountable, they have sustainability, and they have support. That's what I told this client, okay? If you do those 5 things, you're gonna lose it, you're going to keep it off, and you're gonna put yourself in a winning position.